Alright, so the do not says solve the system of equations. And now I didn't give the space for the m and the b, but we know we should be finding our m and our b for each equation. So for this equation, our m, we know would be 2 over 1. And the b would be our plus 1 or positive 1. So we're going to start at our b, our positive 1, and it's a positive slope, so we're going up and to the right. So up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1. I'm going to go back to my 1 and graph the other half of my line because we're not sure where these lines are going to intersect. So I'm going to go down 2 to the left 1, down 2 to the left 1, down 2 to the left 1. Use a ruler or straight edge. Again, the Regents is going to take off points if you don't use a straight line with a straight ruler. So that's my one line. My other line, again, we're going to find the m and the b. So the m, we know there's an invisible 1 in front. So our m is going to be 1 over 1. We know our b is going to be that negative 1 this time. So we're going to start at negative 1. And we're going to go up 1 to the right 1 because it's positive. So up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1. Now it seems silly to continue going with this line up and to the right because they're not going to meet up here. So I'm going to go back to my starting point and I'm going to do the opposite. Down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1. Looks like they're going to meet right here, but I'm going to do one more point just in case. Now that point is a little bit off. It just looks like it's on because my red line is not straight because I don't have a straight edge. So I'm going to draw my line here. And this is our point of intersection, our solution right here where they meet. Remember, we slide first. So our solution would be negative 2, comma, negative 3. So the learning challenge today is we can solve a real-world system of linear equations graphically. And so we're going to use a table to solve today, which we've done before when we were graphing linear equations. So it says David's apple orchard was a $15 entry fee and $2 per pound. So we know that's going to be our 2x plus 15. And we're just going to substitute our x values in. So we're going to substitute 2 in for x. I'm going to put 0 plus 15. We know you can put this straight up in your calculator, 2 parentheses 0 plus 15, or you can do it in parts. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 15, which will give us 15. We do it again with 1, so 2 parentheses 1 plus 15. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 15 will give us 17. And then we can do 3, so 2 parentheses 3 plus 15. Again, you can put that straight up in your calculator, 2 parentheses 3 plus 15, hit enter. I'm just doing it, I don't have a calculator in front of me, so I'm just doing it by hand. And our last one, 2 parentheses 5 plus 15. So 10 plus 15 will give us 25. And then we have Pam's Apple Orchard. So there is a $9 entry fee and $4 per pound. So we know 4x plus 9. And we substitute. So 4 parentheses 0 plus 9. I'm just going to do it straight up this time. 4 parentheses 0 plus 9 will give us 9. Then we do it again for 1. So 4 parentheses 1 plus 9. Straight up in my calculator gives me 13. 4 parentheses 3 plus 9 gives us 21. And our last one, 4 parentheses 5 plus 9 gives us 29. So when we're graphing, we would then graph these points, 0, 15, 1, 17, 3, 21, and 5, 25. Right? That's the reason why we're substituting. We have x, but we need y in order to graph. So I put my David and Pam on the side, so I'm going to put David in red. So 0, 15, we stay at 0, we go up to 15. 1 comma 17, we slide to 1 up to 17. Now 17 isn't on our graph, but 17 is in between 15 and 18. So we're going to put a dot right there, in between. 3 comma 21, so slide to 3, slide up to 21. And 5 comma 25, we slide over to 5, up to 25. Again, not on our graph, but an in between 24 and 27. Straight line to connect. And then I'm going to do Pam in blue. So we're going to start at 0, 9. So stay at 0 up to 9, our y-intercept. 1 and 13, slide to 1, slide up to 13, in between 12 and 15. 3 and 21, so slide to 3, slide up to 21. Looks like that's where they crisscross, that's where they intersect. And 5 and 29. 29 isn't on our graph, it's off of it. I'm going to just put it up here just because it is eventually up there. You don't have to because it's technically off the graph though. And I'm going to connect our points. And we can clearly see with 2 very straight lines that this is our point of intersection. So we say the solution is 3 comma 21. Now you have to give this solution. That's what the question is asking. If you don't give the solution, you're not answering the question. All right, let's look at Max's Mover. They charge $40 per hour plus a truck rental fee of $120. So per hour is our 40x plus 120. And then I'm going to start off the substitution. You guys do the rest. So 40 parentheses 0 plus 120. 40 parentheses 1 plus 120. You guys continue on. It's not hard. 40 parentheses 2 plus 120. Just be sure that you're using the value that they're giving you for x. It's not going to be the same for every table. So your table for Max's Movers are there. Hit pause if you need some time to finish it up. Now we have 3 men in a truck. So they charge $60 per hour plus an $80 fee. So 60x, 60 per hour plus 80. Again, we just take out the x and we plug in the number that they're giving us. So 60 parentheses 0 plus 80 will give us 80. 60 parentheses 1 plus 80. 60 parentheses 2 plus 80. You guys finish it up. So there's 3 men in a truck. If you need to hit pause to finish copying, hit pause. So we have 120, 1, 2. Just going to grab the coordinates for the other one. Which I made a mistake. This should be 420, not 320. If someone copied that incorrectly, it should be 420. That's my mistake. Equation. 60 times 3 plus 180. Yeah, it should be 360. All right, so here are our coordinates that we're just going to graph. So 0 and 120, go over, stay at 0 up to 120. 1 and 160, slide to 1, slide up to 160. 2 and 200, slide to 2, slide up to 200. 3 and 240, slide to 3, slide up to 240. And 4 and 280. Now this was a nice graph. All of the points were on the line, so we didn't have to kind of go in between for any of them. A nice straight line that Jose would be proud of. And I'm going to put an arrow at the end because this line is going to continue to go. Now 0 and 80, 1 and 140. This is going to be in between. That's okay. We go in between 120 and 160. 2 and 200. Looks like this is where we're going to meet. 3 and 360. It still doesn't look like it's going to be a straight line, but that's okay. And then 4 and 420 isn't going to be on our graph. So take your ruler as best you can. At least connect here. Definitely connect to that 200. Because that's their solution. That's the point they're meeting right here. 2, 200. All right, so you guys have some examples to do on your own. Again, all you have to do is substitute through.